Open Literacy Council is so well run. I've said this to my husband and other people so many times. It's just well organized and the resources are wonderful.
It's an opportunity to learn something as at the same time giving back and serving and allowing them to be able to accomplish their goal.
And I wanted something more for life. And I think the program with you, with the Literature Council, I think that's the program because it's about life.
2020 had set out to be a year of growth. A growth for the organization, a growth in the number of tutors, a growth in the number of students, and growth in the number of students that we were serving with very significant literacy needs. Those that had very limited English, those who had just arrived to the country, those that needed their English skills in order to survive in the workplace. Those reading skills of those that had never completed high school were very important to us, and we were determined at the beginning of 2020 to find those people and make sure that they had access to literacy, just like all of us.
What went through my mind is that we can't just pause because this pandemic is not going to be a short-term thing. We really need to find a way to keep on providing instruction to our students despite having the break in face-to-face tutoring, and we needed to do it rather quickly before we lost our students and we lost our tutors.
There was a big concern in connecting with the students. We reached out to all these students and tried to one by one connect with them and say, how are you? How is your family? We hope you're safe. We hope you're healthy. What can we do to help you?
It was remarkable to see the dedication of our tutors during this process. Some went out and bought cameras and microphones for their computers just so they could continue to meet with their students.
What we're doing today was totally unfamiliar to me. It wasn't until I contacted Lori, the tutor coordinator, and I said, look, if we're going to make this work, I need to do a one-on-one. I've got to ask questions while we're doing this, and she worked with me, and little by little I picked up.
Now with the virtual platform, it doesn't really matter where the tutor is or where the student is. So we've been able to recruit tutors from all over the country. We have tutors from California, New York, Florida, Massachusetts. We even have a tutor in the Netherlands.
When I found Open Literacy, I was at first unsure about volunteering somewhere where I would never meet the person in person. You can still cultivate a relationship with someone virtually, and you can still really help someone. I think in some ways it's even more helpful to do it online. Like there are things that I can do through a Zoom learning session that we can't do in person, which I really like.
So our online learning was really part of the catalyst that got us going.
Last week I have a student, she called me, I'm not able to leave the home. My daughter, they just called me from school, they told me she has to stay at home. I told her, of course, we can reschedule you to do your test, and you're able to take care of your daughter, and you can take a test at the same time.
So for the conversation groups, prior to the pandemic, we had an in-office small group leader training. And we trained about 25 tutors on how to lead a small group. This was one learning platform that was easy to transition and had a lot of positive benefits. Now the students can be anywhere. Now when we meet on Zoom and all the faces are on the screen, everybody's looking at everybody else's face. Everybody's reading everybody else's facial expressions. And I think that has really catalyzed a lot of relationships between the students.
My name is Deja Foster, and I'm a small group leader. My topic is things to be aware of. So we talk about things like what to do in case of an emergency, where to go if you have an emergency, so like the hospital, the emergency room, who to call, 911. It's been 12 weeks and I see so much growth from the first week till now the 12th week. And I'm just very excited and very proud of them.
When the pandemic hit, the world became digital. People were buying groceries online. People were doing school online with their children. People were making sure that they had food resources all online. And if you did not have those skills, you did not have access to the world. And because of your investment, we were able to pivot. We were able to secure partnerships with many other funders that enabled us to create a whole new programming around digital literacy. We now have a digital literacy coordinator. We were able to provide devices and laptops and hotspots and all sorts of ways that people can now connect to the world. They're no longer isolated by the poverty of having no digital literacy skills.
It's been beyond exciting, offering students the ability to go home with a computer. It's been so much fun showing them how to do some research, look up things that are interesting for them. Anything that's interesting for them is going to promote reading.
I am so proud to be a part of the Oakland Literacy family because people like the staff, people like the tutors, which learn so many and crazy and amazing skills, because the students were brave enough to find ways to meet new skills and learn new ways. It's not always the same old way they learn that. The donors, the community partnerships, we all came together to solve an incredible need. And you know what? 2020 is only the beginning, thanks to you.
It was nothing that I feel like that I had to hold back when I was conversating with her or even with you. Like, it was like, it felt like a home, like family here. Hey, I understand. Don't feel like that you gotta, that you gotta be different or nothing like that. Here, be you, and we're gonna help you improve you and be a better you.